Hello, how much time that I not been here, so that's kind of really complicated. But let's talk about would it be possible to a foreigner learn Japanese here in Japan in 2 years study Japanese and develop your Japanese terms that you can get like I mean 3 on JLPT and get a good level of Japanese to speak to Japanese people. I'll talk a little bit about my experience here in Japan during this period of time I here, almost 1 year, and how much I have achieved with my Japanese for it, or I say how much I forced myself to study to pass an entry exam here in Japan. So let's talk about that and see how much things if you have a dream of coming here in Japan and study, or you're here passing the same lifetime. Well, let's talk about it a bit. Let's go. Well, actually, how I speak with you, I'm trying to, play some games. So, if I talk a little bit of my life, may I say, it's a little bit difficult to get a routine where you have to study every day, like a minimum 4 hours, and after that you have a part-time work, which if you can live here with no support of family, you have to work like 4 hours, 4 times a week, which will consume you most of times of equivalent to 12 hours of your day. So you have no much time left unless sleep, because you spend a little time on the train during the part-time job. Without bad for those who live here. And I want a little bit speaking. You're not capable of learning Japanese and how much effort you have to put, because most of you guys don't have a language that's similar to Japanese, or have kanji or something like that. So I feel like the most important thing is to learn kanji, and it's quite a little bit hard for me. I have to write down the styles every fucking single day to memorize it, so otherwise I can remember which kanji is right and what I'm doing is correctly. So to pass entry exam, I have to study, force myself to write down every fucking goddamn kanji and be able to learn that in a profoundest way, which I can understand the deep meaning of that kanji. Come on, let's take a little break. I'll take a coffee. Well, I was talking about, it's kind of a little bit complex to study Japanese in a way that you can, really understand deep focus what that means. But right now I can't get used to. Otherwise, my Japanese have improved if I have just go to the school, what I have taught before in the previous videos that I have worked. But other things have happened in my life, like through problems through visa. Like my visa now have less than 6 months and I have to reveal, so I have to send money from my country to this country here to prove that I have received enough money to live here. But that was kind of necessary, because with a part-time job, as my previous video where I show all my finance and my expense here in Japan, you can only be quite good with part-time job, but you will not be able to pay semi-local, which is a technical school here in Japan. So for those who's planning to do that, like for those people who dream to came here and truly study, I just want to put that in your mind. That's kinda unfair for some people that won't be able to help for your family. But that's part of life, something that you can do without you true understanding that. But past that, how long you can study here, you get a little effort and you pass here a little bit of time, you really get yourself to study more, you learn Japanese, you get used to, pronunciation get better. First of all, you came from a country like Brazil, which can speak easily Japanese on pronunciation and don't make so much mistakes. Like Vietnamese person usually have a lot of problems with say stuff if that's correctly. And then otherwise I don't see how you can get better. No, it's kind of sad, but that's what it is. Other than that, I'm still here in Japan. My life has been great. I have known so much people. I have joined so much clubs, lives, etc. I'll put some things on the back. Make my life so much happy that I can believe truth, and then mate, that was worth it. If I came back to Brazil, I was not be able to do such a things. But you know what? After all, it was worth it, I think. Other things than that, I have known a little bit of a girl, have been a crush on it, and I get out of some dates, get to know each other. She came here in my house sometimes. That made my life much better, much more easier to live, if I may say that way. And doing kind of stuff like making me happy every fucking single day, because make it worth it. Right now I make an interview to work in a financial company here in Japan, and I see a little bit problem of how I'm immigration. I feel depending on the visa, that how can be a problem. Even though you have the qualifications to get a job, you have problems about the visa, because visa said so much problems, man. Like for example, the company won't hire me, but if they start change my visa, the student visa to work visa, I will have to wait like for the minimum 3 months for they thinking to get something done, if you know what I mean. And then if she did that, I'll not be able to work, because they now researching. I get a proposal of job, and I don't know right if I can get it, because as long as they do that, I will not be able to do part-time jobs. Because the plan was, if the company really wants me because of my personal skills, if you hire me, I will have to work for them for like 28 hours as a student, waiting my visa to change. Is that possible? I'm not sure. I see now if my responsibility, they say yes, but I kinda doubt. So I'm sorry guys, I'm just speaking stuff here and we lose a bit of time. But if you want to know more about Japan, keep it on, because I'm gonna upload this channel with this time these videos and see how my life is going. Okay? So if you have any doubts, just ask me and we'll talk about more topics after that.